What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. If you like videos about prepping, survival, self-reliance, and other related topics, then be sure to subscribe, turn notifications on, be notified each time that I upload a new video. This video is one I've been thinking about making for about 3 months now, and I've put this off for this long because I know that it's going to make some of the other prepping related YouTube channels, the owners, the creators, the people who run those channels, it's going to make some of those people very angry, I think. Unfortunately, it has to be said because I can't let this go on any longer. It seems like not all, but a few of the prepper channels are more for just selling gear than anything else. They're not really about prepping. They put forth a lot of flashy titles, a lot of warnings, and then they try to sell you their gear. And, you know, I could have done that. I made a lot of money doing that. However, you know, I decided not to go that route because my conscience just it wouldn't let me. I know back about 3 or 4 years ago, I was contacted by, I forgot what the guy's name was now, but he contacted me and sent me several emails, and he was talking about how he could set up, you know, a store for me to sell prepper gear, and we could get the gear through, I forgot what it's called now, where you can buy wholesale from China. You can buy things like knives and survival gear and all kinds of things from China. What was the name of that anyway? Anyway, we could use that to set up a store, and then we could drop ship things, gear to people who watch my videos and read my website. We could make sales and drop ship gear and make, you know, 90% profit off of that gear. And I told him I wasn't interested. And he told me how I was missing out on thousands of dollars every month. And I said I'm not interested in doing that, because you don't need to go out, you know, and buy a lot of this gear that these prepper salesmen are trying to sell you. You need gear for sure. You need things to survive. But do you really need to go out and buy a $400 knife? Do you need to waste money on all kinds of different gear? Do you even need to go buy, you know, ready-made food storage? No, you really don't. It's an easy way to go, but in my opinion, it's not the best way to go. You know, I'm an affiliate of My Patriot Supply. However, I don't push that a lot because I don't really recommend it. It's a good product, don't get me wrong, but you can go out to the supermarket, to your grocery store, and buy the food you normally eat and stock up on that and do it more cheaply. If you want to do it quickly and want to get something to just buy and put back in a closet and have something, then, you know, those ready-made food kits are good for that. That is about it. You don't need to be going out and spending, in my opinion, thousands of dollars on these ready-made food kits, these expensive knives, all this other survival gear that these gurus here on YouTube tell you that you need. For example, you know, why would you want to go out and spend $300-400 on a knife that you're afraid to even use, that you're afraid to do anything with, or an axe or a saw, when you can get something that is a whole lot less expensive and will do the job just as well? For example, you know, this knife here, this boar knife. This is about a $70 knife off Amazon.com. A great knife, heavy duty knife. Look how thick that blade is. It is really sharp. It will shave the hair off my arm. So why would you want to spend, you know, $70 for a great knife? Good steel, a good survival knife, holds a good edge, good metal. I mean, why would you want to spend any more? Doesn't make any sense. And I know people will say, well, that $400 knife, $250, $300, $400 knife is so much better because I gave it much money for it. You know, it has to be better, and it's not. As long as it will cut and do the job, that's what counts. You don't need to spend, you know, big money buying knives and other trinkets and stuff that survival gurus here on YouTube tell you that you need. You need to look at things realistically and say, do I actually need this? And if you do, then you can get it if you actually need it. But don't go spending, you know, $400 or $500 on a knife when you get a knife like this. You can go cheaper than this sometimes, but this is one of the best ones. That's less than $100, I think, and it's excellent. I mean, I would rather buy, if I was going to spend $400, I would rather buy 4 or 5 of these than I would one knife I can't use because I'm afraid of scratching it or something, afraid of it breaking or something because I spent so much money on that. Something like this, you can actually put this to use and use this. And you're not afraid, you know, to use that. You're not afraid to get blood stains on the blade when you're gutting your deer and things like that. If you got this big fancy knife or this big fancy saw that you're using, that you bought, you put it up to look at, and you're like, man, I got this. It has to be great because I spent so much money for that. About to sneeze. But don't be taken in and think you need everything that they're trying to sell you, because they're selling these things to make a lot of money off of it. And I'm not saying that I don't want you to make any money doing these videos. I make money off of ads, and I make a little bit off of my books and a little bit off of the, you know, Amazon affiliate and things like that. But I'm not going to take and push, you know, high-priced survival gear that I don't believe in just so I can make, you know, more money. But a lot of people will. It's instead of trying to get people actually prepared to survive, they're running a business. It's what it is. They're running a business. I don't think a lot of these people even believe in what they're saying. They're just doing this with fear tactics and things that they come up with. We are in a sad shape, but some of these people, I mean, they're just far out of this world. And they want to get you all worked up so you'll spend money, you know, to buy their survival gear. A lot of stuff they get from China at rock bottom prices. And they set up these stores and things where people go through and buy, and they'll make 80–90% profit off of those products. And you know, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a business model, but personally, I just can't do it. And I can't tell you all, I mean, I can't do the same thing myself just so I can make more money. I can't put a store together. I can, if I wanted to, I know how. But I'm not going to because my conscience, you know, wouldn't let me. Trying to sell you all, you know, $400 knives when you can get one for $70 off of Amazon that will do just as good. It doesn't make any sense to me. And it's like pushing all these ready-made food storage kits and stuff all the time like some of these people do. I can't do it because, you know, you can go to your supermarket and buy canned food. You can buy pinto beans. You can buy flour, sugar, cornmeal. You can buy rice. You can buy canned goods and cooking oil, and you can store these back, you know, yourself. You can use and rotate. You can learn skills by doing that. You can get wheat and grind your own wheat and bake your own bread and actually learn a skill. But you don't need to go out and buy every gadget, every whiz bang, every widget that some prepper channel is trying to sell you. I hope that you don't take this message the wrong way. If you're running a YouTube channel that actually sells a lot of products, it's not an attack on you. I mean, if that's what you want to do, but I want to let my viewers know that I just can't do it myself because of my conscience. I can't sell and sell and sell and sell and sell and sell. Even my books, I spent months writing those books. The Purpose Guide to Surviving in the World We Know It, I spent just about 8 months writing that book. Every day, putting my heart and soul into that book. Because I wanted to put out, you know, some good information for people to read and to have. And in that book, I talk about, you know, food stores and things. I talk about getting what you need from the supermarket. I don't tell you to go out and buy all these ready-made food kits and things. But I could push, you know, my books more. I don't even do that. I should. I mean, I should tell you about my books every video, but I will tell you about my books maybe every 50 videos because I'm not a good salesman. When I'm trying to sell something, I don't know why, but it feels dirty. I mean, I should not be that way, but it just feels dirty for some reason. And especially trying to sell things that you don't really, trying to sell things to you all that you don't really need. I would feel awful. I couldn't sleep at night. So I just can't do that. You know, if you want to go out and buy all these fancy items and things, all this fancy gear and these one-year food storage plants and things, that's okay if you want to do that. But, you know, there's cheaper ways of doing that. And don't think that you have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can do it much more cheaply. Everything you need to survive right now can be found at your local sporting goods store, at your local Walmart, at your local dollar store, Dollar Tree, your local grocery store. You can find pretty much everything you need locally without ordering anything. And that includes, knives and things like that. They have some nice knives at Walmart. They have some nice knives, most likely, at any sporting goods store that's closest to you. They have saws. They have guns. I mean, you can buy pretty much everything you need without ordering anything. You can go pay cash for that. Not have any trail that shows you bought from this survival company, for example. Or you can go on Amazon, and order, if you want a knife, 4 or 5 of these for the same price that you could order one of those fancy survival knives that's being pushed, with some of these survival gurus on YouTube. Anyway, if you liked the video, give it a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'm the Creekmore Matter, and I'll see you all in the next video, hopefully.